Hello and welcome everybody to another game of Squirrels Baseball. I am Aaron and we are in New York to take on the Mets. Apparently our pitching rotation is still a bit messed up. Paulie isn't quite ready to go. Let's see. Looks like the draft picks are ready. We'll let them pitch again. Let's well, Hankins is in a good condition. Let's have him go out there. Not that Zap couldn't, but we see Zap through the year. We're also going to keep our catcher rotation going. Let's get Ionetta in there, and the Minix will go tomorrow. Guess we can also get a center field rotation going. Let's get Miyake in here. Yeah, that'll be good. The other guys can kind of come in as they go. Miyake can hit second. Let's move Ionetta down a spot. There we go. Something like that. So if you've been watching, you know we just got swept by the Dodgers, which was not ideal, but it didn't really hurt us that much. But what it did do was move the Dodgers into a tie for first place in their division. So Dodgers and the Rockies are fighting quite a battle down to the wire. The Mets, when we first saw them, were definitely in playoff contention, but it's gone not so great as of late. So I got Oliver Perez starting today. As of today, the Mets are 5 games back of the Marlins in the East, tied with the Phillies, and then the Braves are 2 back of the Marlins. So the Mets would have to do some leapfrogging to get there, and they're also a decent bit behind in the wild card race. So the Mets, I guess, do have some playoff hopes, but they are getting slim. Kester is going to lead things off for the Squirrels in this game. First pitch from Perez is down and in. This one will go into left field, a leadoff single for Kester. Miyake now at the plate. First pitch is low, and I guess I should note that this game was made a few years before Citi Field opened, so we are playing in Shea, even though Shea didn't exist in 2011. This game might have known about Citi Field, but it didn't know everything about it, so I couldn't put it in the game. Chief at the plate, 1 on, 1 out, takes strike 1, swings and misses for strike 2. Pops this one up into shallow center behind second. Castillo makes the grab. 2 down, Terry at the plate. He takes a splitter outside. There's a called strike, 1-1. This one down and in. Or down and out. I'd get my head in the game here. Terry comes through with a base hit into right center. He will settle for a single after taking a big turn, but Miyake does move on to third, so that puts runners on the corners with 2 outs. Frank at the plate, takes a ball. Takes another ball. And this one called a strike, though. It didn't look like a very good pitch to me. Frank lines this one right to Castillo, who grabs it and ends the inning. Squirrels threaten, but no score. Luis Castillo will lead off for the Mets. Take a look at the defensive alignment for the Squirrels, which you saw me do, and same with Hankins starting the game. I did look a little bit into the transaction history here. The only trade we made this year was Moran for Ionetta, who's behind the plate, back in early July. As Castillo goes 3-1. There's a called strike to make it full. And a soft liner towards Joey, who makes the play. Hankins, I think we got him last year from Portland, though I don't remember who we gave up. Might have been, I forget his name. He started off as a pitcher, but he was such a good hitter, I converted him into a left fielder so he could kind of be a two-way player and then traded him away. So I don't know how he's doing because I don't remember his last name now. I'd have to go back and look. Carlos Beltran grounds out to short, and that will end the first inning. Still scoreless as the Mets go down in order. Zach is going to lead things off for the Squirrels in the top of the second. This is going to go right back up the middle for a base hit. Leadoff single for Zach. That'll bring Iannetta to the plate. First pitch a strike. Second pitch ground towards second, but softly hit. Just barely gets Zach at second. I wondered for a moment if they were going to get anybody. The Mets do manage to get the lead runner, though. So one down, Joey at the plate, runner still on first. First pitch is too high. That pitch called a strike. Pops this one foul, but it makes the seats. This one inside. 2-2. Full count. Only one out, though, so runner will stay put. So Joey fouls this one away. We'll do it again. This is going to go into right field for a base hit. Iannetta will stop at second. 2 on, 1 out. Hankins at the plate. Has not gotten a hit yet in the majors this year, though he's only had 1 or 2 at-bats. Shows bunt after a high pitch. Pulls it back, and the count is now 2-0. Puts the bat back out there. Keeps it out there this time, but fouls it away. 2-1. Still showing bunt. This one will stay fair, and it looks like a successful sacrifice. 2 outs, but 2 runners in scoring position. Kester at the plate, who did get a hit in his first at-bat. He'll take strike 1 to start this at-bat, and take strike 2 on a high fastball. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Squirrels threaten again, but again come up empty. Still scoreless as we go into the bottom of the second. Carlos Delgado will lead things off for the Mets. First pitch called a strike. Second pitch lined into left field for the Mets' first hit of the day. That'll bring Ryan Church to the plate. 1 on, nobody out. Take strike 1. Fouls this one off his foot. This one called a strike on the outside corner for strike 3. 1 down, John Buck at the plate. Runner still on first, who takes off on a hit and run. Will Kester get back there to make the play? He does. Easy double play there, as the runner did not go back once the ball was in the air. Obviously, it turned out to be a bad decision, though. It wasn't the worst placed ball. If you're going to take a risk, it wasn't a bad one to take, I guess. But we're scoreless now as we move into the third inning. Miyake is leading things off for the Squirrels as he takes strike 1. Swings and misses to make it 0-2. Called strike 3. Chief, lined out in his first at-bat, takes a strike. Or maybe he popped out, but in any case, it's been a few games since he's gotten a hit here, though he finally broke his strikeout streak at the end of yesterday's game. There's a base hit finally into left center. A single for Chief. That'll bring 1 on, 1 out. Terry at the plate. Singled in his first at-bat. Takes a ball low. That slider called a strike. Swing and a miss makes it 1-2. Called strike 3. 2 down, Frank at the plate. Lined out to Castillo on his first at bat. Gets this one over his head. That might roll all the way to the wall. Chief on his way to third. That's as far as he will get. A double for Frank. Puts runners on second and third. Zach will be at the plate with the chance to take the lid off of this game. Though the Squirrels have threatened in every inning so far and have still not cashed in, you think eventually somebody's going to come through. First pitch called a strike. Second one ground to second, and that's going to end the inning again. Again, the Squirrels threaten, and again they can fail to score. Grzelcyk is going to start things off for the Mets in the bottom of the third. We are still scoreless. First pitch from Hankins is called a strike. Second pitch ground through the right side of the infield for the second Mets hit. Leadoff single will bring Umbria to the plate. That slider out of the zone. That fastball called a strike. Pops this one towards first. Terry grabs it. One down. Perez at the plate now. Looks like he's got a pitcher's batting line, as he should. Looks at strike one. This pitch down and out. Shows bunt now with the 1-1 count. And it looks like he's going to get it down. Chief grabs it and goes to first with it. So 2 outs, but the Mets do move a runner to second for Luis Castillo. Let's see, only 1 strikeout for Hankins, the first time through the Mets order. Has a 2-0 count on Castillo. Swing and a miss makes it 2-1. This is going to get up the middle for a hit. Here comes a run in to score. Miyake goes to second with it. So the Mets take the early lead after the Squirrels threaten 3 innings in a row and score nothing. The Mets cash in their first real opportunity and bring Pagan to the plate. That pitch in the dirt. 1-1 the count. That one out of the zone. 2-1. There's a swing and a miss. 2-2. Ground ball towards short. Joey grabs it, throws it over, and there will end the third inning, but the Mets take the 1-0 lead. In the fourth inning, Iannetta is going to lead things off for the Squirrels. Ground out in his first at-bat. Looks at strike one. Looks at a ball. Swing and a miss makes it 1-2. Called strike 3. 1 down. Joey at the plate. Got a hit in his first at bat. Looks at a strike. Swing and a miss makes it 0-2. Pops this one up right behind the plate, just behind the umpire. Buck makes the play. Hankins at the plate. Zach bunted in his first at-bat, but with 2 outs, I don't think that's happening here. Looks at a ball. Looks at a strike. And this one too high. 2-1. Called strike. Really feels like Perez is getting a lot of calls today. Just like that. That's called strike 3, and that'll end the top of the fourth. Mets still leading 1-0, and they'll have Carlos Beltran up at the plate. This one fouled away. 0-2 the count. Ground ball towards first. Terry grabs it and steps on the bag. Delgado at the plate takes the ball. Fouls a pitch away. This pitch outside. 2-1 the count. That one outside as well. 3-1 the count. Curveball called a strike. Full count, 1 out, nobody on base. Fastball right down the middle for strike 3, and Delgado just watches it. Ryan Church struck out in his first at-bat. Only 2 strikeouts so far on the day for Hankins. He's only given up the 1 run, so I mean he's not pitched badly, just the offense can't come through. Church comes through with a hit in this at-bat. Runner on first, 2 outs. Buck at the plate, takes strike 1. This pitch down and in. This is going to get into right field for a base hit. Church on his way to third. Buck stays at first, puts runners on the corners, but there are 2 outs. Grzelcyk at the plate. He comes through with another base hit and another Mets run. What is going on with this team? And Buck makes his way to third to put runners on the corners again. Mets with a 2-0 lead. Umbry at the plate almost gets hit. That pitch out of the zone. 2-0 the count. Called strike 1. This pitch off the plate. 3-1 the count. There's a called strike. Full count, 2 outs. Runner on first will be moving. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Hankins out of the inning, but not before giving up another run. So Mets now leading 2-0. We go into the 5th inning, and Kester is going to lead things off. Kester 1 for 2 today. Looks at strike 1. This is ground right to Grzelcyk at second. 1 down. Miyake at the plate. 0 for 2 on the day. Down and out. Pops this one foul, but it will make the seats. This ground to second. Grzelcyk throws over. 2 down. Chief at the plate. 1 for 2. Finally came through with a hit for the first time in a while. Looks at strike 1. That again, Perez just really seems to be getting a lot of calls today. That one too low. This one too low as well. 2-1 the count. Chief with another hit into center field. He might finally be getting back to himself. 1 on. Terry at the plate. He is 1 for 2 with a single and a strikeout. 2 down. Chief takes off for some godforsaken reason, and he is predictably thrown out. We're into the bottom of the 5th. I was going to change pitchers, but let's see how far Hankins can get here. Starting off with the pitcher spot for the Mets, who sack bunted in his first at-bat. Grounds this one to third. Chief throws over. 1 down. Luis Castillo, 1 for 2 today. Takes a strike. This one up and out. This one inside. 2-1 the count. Ground to third. Chief throws over in time. 2 down. Let's see if we can get Hankins through this inning. Pagan at the plate is 0 for 2. First pitch is inside. Second pitch ground to second. Hankins does get through the 5th inning. Mets still leading 2-0. Terry is back at the plate in the 6th after Chief ended the game with a ill-conceived steal attempt. He swings and misses at the first pitch. This pitch down and out. Will this get over Grzelcyk's head? It will not. 1 down. Frank at the plate. Doubled in his last at-bat. Looks at strike 1. Looks at strike 2. And this one too low. 1-2 the count. This could be another base hit for Frank. Again, rolls to the wall, this time in right center. So we got a 1-out double. Zach will come to the plate. See if we can get one of these runs back. So we've been threatening to score pretty much all game and haven't cashed in yet. Don't believe Zach has gotten hit today, though I could be wrong. Takes a ball here and then takes a strike. Swings and misses to make it 1-2. Hits right to third. Umbria throws over to first. 2 down. It's up to Ionetta to get something going. And he will come through with the base hit into left field. Frank comes in to score to make the game 2-1 Mets. Joey at the plate has 1 for 2 today. He's going to come through with a hit into right field. It gives us a great chance to pinch hit. How do we want to do this? Let's go with Minix for now, because I don't expect him to have to go into the field. So runners on first and second, 2 outs. Minix at the plate. And he's going to come through with a hit into left. Here comes a run in to tie the game. 2-2 your ball game now. Runners on first and second still. Kester at the plate. Swing and a miss for strike 1. Swing and a miss for strike 2. Pops this one up. Castillo under it, but the Squirrels manage to tie the game. So 2-2 your score now as we go into the bottom of the 6th. Carlos Beltran due up for the Mets. We're going to put Junet into the game. See if he can eat up some innings here for us. All right, Beltran 0 for 2 today. Both ground outs. First pitch is too high. Second pitch called a strike. 1-1 the count. This pitch too low. 2-1. Swing and a miss makes it 2-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. That'll bring Delgado to the plate. He is 1 for 2 with a single and a strikeout. Looks at strike 1. Soft liner towards short. Joey grabs it. 2 down. Ryan Church, also 1 for 2. He struck out in single. The inverse of Delgado. Takes a ball. Swings and misses, 1-1. This one's going to get down for a hit right on the right field line. Will Church make it a double? Not a good enough throw from Zach, although I think Church might have beaten that out anyway, but that far offline, it definitely wasn't going to get anybody out. So puts a runner on second with 2 outs. John Buck at the plate. He takes strike 1. Swings and misses, 0-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Junet gets out of the inning. We are still tied at 2 as we move into the 7th. Miyake will lead things off for the Squirrels. Miyake 0 for 3 today. Looks at a strike. Looks at another strike. Pops this one high in the air behind the umpire. Buck makes the play. One down. Chief at the plate. He's 2 for 3 today. Seems like he may be back on track. Hits this one right to Grzelcyk at second for the second out of the inning. Terry, 1 for 3 so far today. Takes a strike. Swing and miss. 0-2. Hits this one into center field. How much of it did he get? Not enough. Beltran able to make the play. We're into the stretch, and we are tied at 2. All right. Grzelcyk at the plate. He is 2 for 2 so far today. His first at bat against Juné, though. Starts off with a strike and then popped foul, but it just barely makes the wall. 0-2 the count. That's going to be another base hit for Grzelcyk. Takes a bit of a big turn at first, but then wisely goes back. Runner on first for Umbria. He is 0 for 2 today with a foul out and a strikeout. Takes strike 1 here. This one up and in. Popped. Well, no, I guess it hit the ground first. 1-2 the count. Called strike 3 on the outside. Perez at the plate, apparently going to stay into the game for the 8th inning. Takes strike 1, now shows bunt. He actually rolls foul. 0-2 the count, looks like he's swinging now. And he grounds to, actually gets by Kester. I thought it was going to be a surefire double play, and instead it turns into a base hit. 2 runners on for the Mets with only 1 out now, and Castillo at the plate takes strike 1. Kester does field this one, throws to Joey, back to first, does not get the second out. But 2 down now, runners on the corners, Pagan at the plate, and he'll take strike 1. Grounds towards third, Chief grabs it, throws it over, and Juné gets out of the inning cleanly. Well, without a run anyway. We go into the 8th, still tied at 2. Frank is going to lead things off for the Squirrels. The Mets do change pitchers. They go to Burgos, and they also flip-flop their middle infield. All right, Frank at the plate has doubled in his last 2 at-bats. Looks at a strike here. Pops this one high in the air just a bit down the first base line. Buck makes the play. That'll bring Zach to the plate. Actually got a hit in his first at bat. I thought he was hitless, but he's actually 1 for 3 so far. Looks at a ball. Looks at a strike. Looks at another strike. Swing and a miss, strike 3. 2 down, Iannetta at the plate. Got a hit in his last at-bat. Looks at a strike. Will this get down? I don't believe so. Pagan makes the play, and that will end the top of the 8th. Go to the bottom of the 8th inning. Carlos Beltran will lead things off for the Mets. We're still tied at 2. First pitch from Juné is called a strike. This one too low. 1-1. That one too low as well. Janae already wiping his brow, a little surprising. As he gives up a hit to Beltran into right center. Leadoff single brings Delgado to the plate. He is, I think, 1 for 3 so far today. Grounds this one to second. Kester to Joey to Terry, not in time to first. 1 down. Ryan Church is 2 for 3 as Vernon Wells comes in to pinch run for Delgado. And that pitch called a strike, and Janae's going to have to come out of the game. That wasn't part of the plan. Let's, oh hell. Let's get zapped. Let's see what he can do. Oops, I think I went past him. Yeah, there he is. Is that what I want to do? Let's throw Nakai out there. And then we will pinch hit for him when his spot comes up here next inning. I'll admit, I was tempted to throw Phil out there like I did the other day when he threw 1 pitch and got out of the inning. He's kind of become our emergency pitcher, and he's actually done a really good job. First pitch is wild from Nakai. Lets Vernon Wells move into second. 1-1 the count on Church. That pitch is outside. I don't think Nakai quite got all the warm-up he needed. Is that going to score a run? It will. Zach goes home with it, but not in time. The Mets take the 2-3 lead. John Buck at the plate. Runner on second. 1 out. First pitch is a ball. Swing and a miss makes it 1-1. Swing and a miss makes it 1-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. 2 down. Grzelanic at the plate. He's perfect on the day. Takes a ball. Takes another ball. Another base hit for Grzelanic. Doesn't score a run, though. Puts runners on the corners for Umbria. Umbria has not gotten a hit today. Takes strike 1. Swings and misses to make it 0-2. And that pitch is outside. Umbria lays off. Swing and a miss, strike 3. That ends the 8th inning, but the Mets take the 3-2 lead. It's up to Joey to get things going in the 9th inning. Squirrels need at least 1 to stay alive. And the Mets will turn to Harden to close this out. Fun fact, I saw Rich Harden's first game as a Cub live against the Giants. Joey at the plate. He is, I think, 2 for 3 today. Takes strike 1. Pops this one up. Buck's going to catch it right at the plate. There it is. Well, let's see if Quentin can put one over the fence. All right, Harden winds and delivers a strike. That will at least get down for a base hit. Will Quentin make it a double? He goes back to first. Thought about it, but settles for the single. Brings Kester to the plate. He's showing bunt. I don't like giving out an out right here. But apparently we don't have to. Kester beats that out for an infield hit. 2 runners on. Miyake at the plate. Only 1 out. And Miyake takes strike 1. Takes a ball. Swing and a miss makes it 1-2. Well, this one just inside. Miyake pretty brave to take that one. 2-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. 2 down. It's up to Chief. It's who you'd want at the plate in this situation. Even if he hasn't slumped today, he's slumped coming into the game. Quickly goes down 0-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. That's your ball game. 4 losses in a row for the Squirrels. That's one of our longest losing streaks in franchise history. Your final score today, Indianapolis Squirrels 2, New York Mets 3. We'll look at a few highlights. All right, Harden and Church, your co-players of the game. So, yeah, I'm not sure if Harden really deserves that. He had the go-ahead run on base, but oh well. Anyway, thank you everybody for watching. If you'd like to like, share, and subscribe, all that kind of good stuff, feel very free. Otherwise, we've got the Mets again tomorrow. See if we can finally bounce back. We'll see you then.